Scraping a gasket, scraping a gasket, scraping a gasket. They decided that the gasket sealer was better applied outside of the engine instead of an 8 of the gaskets, so it leaks everywhere except for the valve covers. B-lock them down. So I'm just cleaning off all this old gasket material so I can get the block sprayed down, cleaned up a little bit, reseal it so we don't have this. Because the truck's really a really nice looking piece, and then you pop the hood and it's got some high dollar parts underneath it, and then you see this and it's just like no one cared. So we're attempting to make it look like it cared.
Oh, I've been making brake lines and fuel lines. Got a gas tank installed that I stole off of our parts car. One injury. That was blood for the blood god though, so everything else probably be okay this week. Okay, got the brake lines done with the exception of a fitting, which I believe is in imagination land, so I can mount a brake light switch. If it ever shows up, then I could actually bleed brakes out. If I had a bell housing, which somehow, I don't know how you lose a bell housing, but it did go through 4 different shops. If I had a bell housing and a flywheel, I could put a motor and transmission in, but that's also in a little bit of no man's land. But progress is made.
So we'll get this on here and then pull the motor to reseal it because everything leaked, like everything. And then now get it on the lift, get the flywheel and clutch back in it so we can get it back in the truck.
I feel like I'm missing out on something.
Nope, you just weren't invited. There's a difference between missing out and not being invited. You weren't invited to the party.
Okay.
Bye-bye now.
Mama,
Why? It needs to be that easy all the time.
they're being mean to me.
Don't go sad, just go.
He's just being extra because he's leaving Friday.
I know. Do you have my blue Loctite or is it still in my box?
I have not had your Loctite.
Yeah, that's exactly what a guy that don't have my Loctite would say.
I have red if you want it to never come apart.
No, because knowing my luck, I'll be the next guy to have to work on it. When adding Loctite, do you do a dab on the bottom? Do you do a full circle? Do you do a dab in the middle, on the top, a line down it? How do you put Loctite on your bolts? Because I've seen so many different controversial ways of doing it. Just, how do you do it?
You can also do it like Frank's Red Hot.
Put that shit on everything. Yeah. Okay, so we got the engine back in. Transmission's bolted up, motor mounts are in, exhaust is bolted up, starter's hung, but I had to pull it back down because I forgot to put a wire on it. Engine set to top dead center, carburetor's on, carburetor's hooked up, hooking up a ground here now. We'll put the alternator on, or alternator belt, and then put the plugs on it. It should be ready to fire. I'd say about another 30, 45 minutes away from starting it, and then we'll tune the engine back in, just make sure it's good. That way when we do the fuel tank swap, we can go home. And we're gonna set it to 4 degrees and see what she does. Still off a little.
time today for me to take apart a really nice, good running car, because I need a bell housing and a flywheel to start off with. It's the first of many things, but it's what's going to kill the car. Steps for the process is take out everything till there's nothing. Drop the drive shaft, take loose the linkage. This thing has an electronic overdrive, which for some reason they like doing in 40s and 50s. Instead of just the engineers being real engineers and making a 5-speed in the 50s, they said, hey, we'll make a 4-speed, but it's gonna be a 3-speed with an electronic overdrive and a cable that you pull. Engineers were slacking. So I have this bracket on the car. It's supposed to be back here. I don't know why they got it up here, but either way, somebody has already got another one and they inverted it to this side where they added duals. They actually did it somewhat the right way. That means I get to actually steal the brackets off of this and have the right stuff on that car to add the duals.
I just want to see where, man, I'm not the brightest little fellow. I just want to see where all the ingredients are. A whole bunch of stuff about poison. I don't know. That's too many words, not enough pictures.
I guess it does not run. So, incoming Corvair. Incoming Corvair. Blake from Bradley's has us a Corvair that's not running and needs some help. Just goes to show you that we work on everything that is old.
Have you seen this one yet?
No, this is new.
The cover on the back there is pretty crazy. It's like plexiglass, see-through.
Really?
Yeah.
64 Corvair Spider. It has a plexiglass engine cover. Most people would call that a trunk lid, but it's an engine cover. Or if you're British, it's a boot, right? Ford did that in, I think it was 1954. Oh no, excuse me. Yeah, it was 1954 when they got rid of the flathead Ford engine and went to the V8 overhead valve. They came out with what was called a show day hood. And that show day hood that was on, I don't know, 100 or so dealerships where people could come into the dealership and look at the new engine that Ford was touting because they finally got rid of the flathead in '53. And I didn't know Corvair did this, but okay.
All right, so what we're doing today is draining the fuel out of the tank because it's in the cab, which is super fun. And then once we get it down to where we can get the tank out, we're gonna make a kind of a faux gas cap to where it looks like it's still there, so we don't have to do welding and body work and paint. You know, get the gas tank out, get the fuel line, put it back on the lift, get the fuel line out, and we'll extend the fuel line to the back, extend the fuel sending unit wire to the back so the gauge will still read. Yeah, so right now we're just waiting for the electric fuel pump to get everything out to a manageable weight, and then put it back on a lift and go from there. He said, do you need Brandon's assistance? I said, no. I said, because every time I turn around, it's always Brandon helping. No, stop rubbing your hands together. Come here, Brandon. You know what? No, camera guy can do it. Hey, Featherfield dude.
Come here.
It's just rubber so old.
How hard is it? Okay, I understand now.
No, get out.
You fucked up like that?
Oh, you can pass it that far, I guess.
Yeah.
You were just feeling like getting all up in there. It's okay.
We're just getting in there.
Off the seat, off the seat. There you go.
Off the seat, Jackson. Oh, God. I figured the interior guy would have known that.
He was about to drag that corner right across that seat. I mean, if there's anybody to mess it up, it's like it's okay for the paint guy to mess up the paint. Yeah. So we're gonna put the sending unit in the tank. Make sure when you order a sending unit that you read and see if it comes with the O-ring and the lock ring. And order it, even if it says it does, it'd probably be a good idea to go ahead and get one, because half the times they say they do, but they don't. And then the other half, they say they don't. And then my S10, for a perfect example, I bought a gas tank, it come with a lock ring and gasket. I bought a sending unit, it come with a lock ring and gasket. And I bought a fuel pump for the sending unit, and it came with a lock ring and gasket. So I have extras. No, I have 2 extra lock ring and gaskets and 2 extra strainers, because the fuel pump come with a strainer, the tank come with a strainer, and the sending unit come with a strainer. So I have strainers for days. Now see if we can get this in here. Everybody's got to meld at the same time. You keep on knocking, but you can't come in. Information I have on it said that you only need to cut the bed support about 1/4 of an inch, but that's a little more than a 1/4 inch, and that is all the way up. But that's why we dry fit things, just to make sure. And if I didn't have the bed on, because they said take the bed off, but if I didn't have the bed on, I wouldn't have seen it. So taking the bed off may still be an option, but good having it on for now. Oh, we got clearance, baby. We got clearance. Let's grab these here fasteners and figure out what size holes we need to drill. That drill bit is dull. This morning, we are trying to get this LS Fabs gas tank filler in. So, before I cut the back of this support off and completely release that from the bed, I'm gonna go ahead and weld in this front side, because once I weld it in, it'll actually hold the bed side where it's at. Because if I cut that out, that bed side can move and it'll mess up the gap for the trunk. So we'll get this upper support welded in to where the support meets the actual bed side back in here. The filler neck portion has a place to go. And then once we do that, should be able to get this in, get it mocked up, make sure everything fits right, and we can weld this in. And then just plumb it to the tank, and then should be good to go. Do some wiring and hopefully maybe see this thing running by lunch. That'd be pretty cool.
That's right, folks, I can read. Unlike Jeremy, he needs pop-up hooks. Trying to get the motor ready to get set in the 53 Mercury. I've accomplished in robbing the parts car, a pristine parts car, of its transmission, and bell housing, and flywheel, because I didn't have a flywheel or a bell housing, because I guess over 10 years and 4 other shops, you just lose that. I don't know. So I'm trying to get it ready so I can get this set. Got all my brake, like I said, all my brake lines are done. Anything that the motor would have been a hindrance on having it in there has been done already. And we're here doing this. Car is outside currently because Jeremy stole my lift because he needed to drop a gas tank on a Chevelle. He just like that sometimes though. Forgot that guy. What is Drew? Where are you coming from? Oh, okay, out of that. Like, where's this oil coming from? That's where the oil gauge hooks up. You dummy. I hate these floor grates. They make this a little difficult, but fuck it off. Nope. Yep. See? Difficult. Sometimes not. Most time, yes. But the guy that owns this came through late Thursday evening, and we was telling him that by the trim codes, this car would have been a leather interior car. They had an option for the same color of interior in vinyl or in leather. By trim codes, it should be leather. But he's one of those who's like, well, if the trim code says leather, if we can find leather that matches, let's do leather. Because he can't remember what color the headliner was in it. He said, maybe if I get mom there and she sees it, she may remember. Because his dad bought this car brand new off the lot in 1953. Maybe his mom can remember. Be nice. I got Pop over here to show me how to put this last bolt in.
You got to kind of go Ray Charles with it.
Yeah, go Ray.
Just feel.
Just feel. Note how he looks away, sometimes closes his eyes. It's all about the feel.
And to remember what way's righty tighty and lefty loosey. You got to face the way of the bolt. You have like a awl or something?
You got to become one with the bolt. That you're going to get into that? I don't know. I don't.
You
know
have a little.
I don't think they make right angle awls, but
I got one, or a pick. Dare I say a pick?
Oh, okay. Dare you say it?
Dare I say? Sorry for my wordage.
Pardon your French.
Because it's cattywampus is the issue.
It is cattywampus.
Now it's just spinning, aimlessly spinning. I wish I had even more baby hand. Don't touch that. I'm gonna go get it. I think it's started.
Oh, I believe you.
And I don't want to.
I believe you. I hate when that happens.
Yeah, it got looser than
I hate when that happens.
Just bite.
Happens to the best of us, though.
Yeah.
And you ask what I had these for, Dylan. This.
That's like the. Those are the second to last resort pliers.
The last resort is the torch.
Yeah. I think it's going. Teamwork.
Teamwork. Could you imagine doing this with the front end on this car? Oh. Imagine if there was a fender right here and an inner fender.
Yeah, I guess I take back what I said earlier. I was like, oh, this looks like these motor mounts would be easy to take on and off.
You did say those words.
But yeah, when the whole front of the car and stuff, yeah, no.
See, that's what you get. It drug you into it.
It's all right.
It's all right. And just like that, through the power of editing and 748 steps, you too can install an engine in a 1953 Mercury.
Well, it is mocked up. If this stays like it's supposed to. These latches are jank. I don't care anymore. That one works fine. Every time it hits. This one, whenever it wants to. See? That's the second when he's going down the road and he don't have it fastened all the way and it just flops open. Yeah, see? And now it's switching. Yeah, I don't know that I'd recommend this company's stuff. It's a little janky. I'll definitely not be excited if they say we have another one to do.
Trying to remove the steering wheel, but it is currently packed with whatever this substance is. It looks like the villain from Fern Gully. I don't know if y'all know what that is. He's got a great song, great musical number. I wonder if there's actually a way underneath all this crap. It's like they put tar in here, somebody for some reason. But I don't know what that is, but it's in there. Yeah, no, that's not coming. I'm going to figure out how to, if there's holes under this crud screwdriver. Rather warm. Oh, and then there it goes. Just like that. You just have to dig all the random goo that somebody dug up and put in there forever ago for some reason. Serves no purpose. And that's the seal that they had on it, which is some sort of fiber, which I'm not a fan of. Yeah. I need to steal that so something can fit it on the other dash. These bodywork in the dash and stuff so it can get painted for the car. They'll be missing this big old speaker grill. So we got that. I get to change all this wiring out. Yay. And dig this crap out. Whatever they had put in the steering wheel melted down into the column here too some. It's fantastic.
I feel like taking a nap, and it's only like 9 in the morning. All right, so this morning we're doing some lighting wiring. We got this completely in yesterday. It's all functional and works. Gorgeous piece once you actually fight through it. Pretty cool. But now I got to get the lights to work. So, got the lights on. Cameraman is going to tell me when this, actually, I don't need cameraman. It leans down. Yeah, I'm getting voltage to this one. So it has to do with the light. Can I cry now? I don't want to do it anymore. And these are soldered on, so I know they're right. Unless they did the cool thing of wiring it wrong. I have got LED headlights that were high beams were low beams and low beams were high beams, so really wouldn't surprise me. Okay. Okay. So white is ground, black is parking, red is brake. Cool.
Yeah. Okay, so you got the transmission.
Mm-hmm.
You got a difference between whether it had the overdrive unit or not.
Yeah.
4.5 pints.
Sure.
Odd that's pints, but it's of course, but standard.
Whatever.
Rear axle,
3.5 pounds of grease.
3.5 pounds of grease. So you gotta have your scales, and then your gearbox is just make sure it's full.
So I made a plate, goes on the back side of this. Cut the old gas tank neck off, and I retained the cap. Drilled and tapped the hole, and that'll go on and act as a sandwich plate. So it holds it there, and it'll appear that he still has a gas tank, even though he don't. Just test fitting it, making sure it's right. Then I'm gonna paint it to protect it because, fresh welds don't like moisture. And then after that, all I have to do is plumb the filler to the fuel tank, a little bit of interior stuff, and it's ready to go on a test drive and then go home. So it'll be really funny the first couple times he goes and fills up, though. I wonder how many times he actually grabs a hold of it and goes, and has to go back to the back. So it don't work.
No! You gotta hit
Oh.
it. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, about that. You got to do the lift stance. So yeah, I mean, all in all, it kind of frustrating. I've never done one before. Do another one. It's pretty cool. Pretty trick little setup. Definitely gets a lot of the danger out of the cab, which is really what it's about, having the gas tank right behind your seats. And it adds leg room because the guy that owns this is actually a fairly tall guy. Yeah, I mean, it was fun. This is why we do what we do, to do neat and creative things and keep these vehicles modern, but still have that essence of old that draws us to them. So yeah, see you next week.